there's little pieces of Ludo that they're just obsessed with. Like certain videos, like they don't really care for the big videos, but like random, like, oh, we were in a radio station in Wichita doing some acoustic thing, and they have to watch that one all the time. And one of them will like do everything Andrew does, and one of them will do everything Farrell does. It's crazy. But the whipped cream is definitely up there for them.
And what's interesting is this is actually the second dance that we have learned to do on this channel, because Chris Jericho taught us how to do, I think it's called the flim flam, which involves a lot more like arms up and down like this. I think he does it. Yeah, we still haven't perfected it. So if we put the two together,
you'll have something else.
Yeah.
You'll have something.
A lot of slamming and humping.
Yeah, fair enough. So here's another question. And I'm sure you guys get this a lot, but it's just something people want to know. Obviously, you guys put out Scare Me this past year, which is crazy thinking we're in 2021 already. So can we expect more music from Ludo? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are super excited. So I guess without any further ado, or all of the ado, we're about to bring out our two incredibly special guests. So first, he is a first-timer to Talkulture. He is the one and only Tim Convy. What's up, Tim?
How are you guys?
Better now, and welcome. And I hope that you know what you're in for today, Tim.
No, I don't. I mean, I saw a little bit of when you guys talked to Andrew, and it looked like fun, but I don't totally know. But I saw the intro. You guys have had such cool people on before. That's awesome.
We've been very blessed. And I feel like, you know, these opportunities have been more accessible because, you know, we're all home and doing the quarantine thing. So people like you and Andrew, who we might not get to, you know, talk to on a random, what day is it? Thursday in January. Now we have the privilege.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome. So, Danica.
Shall we bring out t'other one?
Yes, let's do it.
Let us do. So, it is the one, the only, second timer, Andrew Volpe.
Wow. Thank you.
Applause. Welcome back, Andrew.
It's great to be here.
It's great to have you here. It's great. It is wonderful. So, okay. For the people watching, what we're going to ask you to do is come up with whatever questions that you may have for Tim, for Andrew, regarding Ludo, or maybe not regarding Ludo, because we want to do something a little bit different here today. We want to get a little weird. Can I say that? We're going to get a little, you'll see. Let's bring up the graphic. Jude, let's bring up the graphic that we have today. We're naming this stream, if we have this graphic, technical. Okay. Lou don't know Jack. Okay. So that is what we're gearing towards, you know, you guys will see. We've come up with random questions. We also do have Ludo related questions, and we're going to get to those, but we want to pick Tim and Andrew's brain on some random topics that they probably haven't been asked before. So Jude, why don't we bring up the very first question, which is, okay, what do you think would be the scariest animal to be attacked by in a petting zoo? This is the first question.
Sorry about the phrasing of that question. I would say T-Rex.
Oh, T-Rex. Okay.
However, if we're talking only about petting zoo animals, Tim, how do you feel?
I think like a baby goat, because something where you don't expect it, to me, that's more frightening. You see a T-Rex, immediately you're on guard. You're keeping an eye on the T-Rex.
That one.
Yeah, but a cute little thing that attacks you, that's a little scarier, I think.
Fair enough.
You could definitely, I think a goat could add a lot of like creep and like suspense. Like if it turned and looked at you and just cocked its head, like that would be very scary.
And a T-Rex, one bite and you're toast. If a baby goat is going to somehow attack you to death, it's going to hurt a lot more.
Fair. So a good follow-up question. If you guys were to be a dinosaur, which one would you be? This is from Isamu I don't know how to pronounce that. I tried.
Isamu Baburu.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. Good job.
Look at it. Tim, what are you feeling?
I feel like the most on-brand answer there is pterodactyl. Oh!
Pterodactyl.
For obvious reasons. Yeah, but I would say something about a velociraptor I think is pretty tough. the packs and they're smart, or so Jurassic Park tells us. Yeah, that's what I would go with.
Okay.
Raptors are definitely scary. I'd like to point out, although I think it's an acceptable answer, technically pterodactyls, flying reptiles, they don't count as dinosaurs, but like totally, I think in the spirit of the question, like, however, I would say either Therizinosaurus, who it's an ornithischian, and it started out as a predator, but then it became a herbivore. It was still walking on two legs, and it developed these 4-foot long saber claws of the largest. It looked like Freddy Krueger basically, and it just walked around with these giant fingers. Or either that guy or the ankylosaur, because he's like a tank. Nobody can stop him.
Fair enough. All right.
I like that one because of its head.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the next one. We have, what character from Seinfeld do you feel would be the most adequate to run for a political position?
Elaine?
Yeah, I was going to say Elaine as well. She seems the most level-headed, which is still not very, but I mean, George and Kramer, not a chance, right? So I would say Elaine as well.
Yeah, I feel like though we might be biased because of Veep.
That is a
Point.
good point. Good point. Bias because of Veep. Okay. Here's another one from Vince. Okay. If you were a killer from a horror movie, what killer would you be? Ooh, a little dark, but okay.
Scary movies freak me out, so I don't have the scope with which to probably answer this question properly.
Maybe you should pick like the least successful killer from a movie.
Like
So
somebody
who
who
would
is
that
bad
be?
at it.
Like somebody who didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Who's a bad killer? I don't know. What about you, Andrew? Anyone stick out to you?
I mean, Freddy Krueger is the scariest to me. If I had to be, I feel like Chucky makes a lot of jokes. I feel like Chucky makes a lot of jokes, and he's not as gross as Freddy, because Freddy's like got stuff dripping off his face all the time. So, yeah, I mean, like, look, you got to be able to say cleverisms, or it's no fun. And I feel like Jason and Michael Myers just lurk and stuff. So, I'd say Chucky.
Okay.
Which I
Fair enough. All right. Next one. Danica, you want to read this one?
All right, let's do it. Oh, except that I thought it was
What happened to Mike Landlot?
Oh,
Landau.
I don't know. I haven't checked his Twitter in a while. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think anything happened. I think he's alive and well.
I'm sure he's fine. I mean, I don't know. It's at Why Not Landlot. I haven't looked at it in like years. So,
But I think he's just he's had it with social media. He stepped away for a little bit, focused on the dealerships.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
it makes perfect sense. Yeah, the last thing I have from him is on January 6, 2017. So, I don't know. I think
All right.
he seemed upset about like the political environment. So he just sort of checked out. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so Count Von Cam wants to know, so they're turning 30 tomorrow. Any life advice for entering your 30s?
Don't
Happy
take
birthday,
it
first of all.
seriously. Life is a dream. I don't know what.
Life could be a dream.
What? I don't know. I don't remember my 30s.
So they must have been good?
I'm 40 now. I'm 41 now. I don't know. Jeez.
I think you're Go ahead.
No, please.
Pterodactyl?
I always look back and think I was a lot older than I actually was. Like 30 inevitably feels so old, and 25 did at one point, and 35 and all that. But then you realize like it's not. So try to get that mindset. All the advice about aging and all that, it's all real. Everything has already been said, and it's been said as well as it can. But people still don't listen. I didn't. You know what I mean? It's only at 40 that I realized, those things people told me at 30 and 25 were true, but you still don't absorb it.
I personally, I listened to all the advice people gave me as I got to each Hallmark age, and I don't think it helped at all.
That's what I'm saying.
did what everybody said, and it didn't work. So
Yeah.
Fair. All right. So here's the next one, Danica. Oh.
Is bunghole a funny word?
is bunghole?
Cadet seems to think so.
Is bunghole a funny word? I mean, what a bunghole is just it's a butthole, right? It's like a butthole.
I don't think that's actually what it is. Yeah.
It depends on the context.
What is
because a bunghole is also technically for us Scotch and whiskey enthusiasts, it's the top of the barrel where you plug the barrel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a bunghole.
I didn't know that.
I still can't say it without laughing. Though.
I've learned a lot. I just associate it with Beavis and Butthead, and that does make me
also
laugh.
appropriate.
That is funny. Yeah, I'd say it's a funny word. It has hole in it and which is like oh.
Almost onomatopoeia, but
all right. Here's the next one from Skyrocket Music. If you had to describe Ludo's music in the form of a breakfast food, which would it be?
That's a great one.
There's so many delicious breakfast foods.
But you got to pick something like complex.
Right.
Like
complex.
Like a stretch. Do people know what a stretch is, or is that just a?
Oh, is that like chili on a thing?
Yeah, it's like it's just everything in one big thing with chili. So it's like all sorts of different things and flavors, and some spice, and then you regret it after you eat it. So all those.
Regrets. Okay.
Pretty good. I was gonna say like Lucky Charms, but I don't feel like that really captured the savory. Like,
So, what's something like savory, like bacon? So, like bacon in Lucky Charms?
Yeah, bacon charms.
Yeah. Somebody write that down.
Worth exploring.
Coming soon. All right. Okay. Next one. Magnets. How do they work?
Begrudgingly.
I think this is a question more geared towards the Insane Clown Posse, which I think that they try to touch base on this, and I think we're still trying to figure this one out, but I'm not sure. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, begrudgingly. Tim, how do magnets work? I think it's like electromagnetism. It's like a force.
Yeah, I think about it often. It has something to do with the North Pole, but it also is like, why aren't we doing more with magnets too? They're the coolest things in the world, and I understand that we've employed them in a variety of different things, but it seems like there should be more. As magical as magnets seem, why aren't they doing other things in our day-to-day lives?
Yeah. What's his face? Tesla face. What's his name? Mr.
Musk. Elon Musk.
He loves magnets.
Yeah. The richest man in the world. He overtook Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he gets it.
No, somebody had to.
Yeah.
Magnets are, they're like some things they don't care. Other things are like, come here. And other things like, go to work. So it's kind of, they're definitely very pushy-pulley.
Fair enough.
They are indeed pushy-pulley.
Pushy-pulley. All right. Next one. Does Ludo have a plan for if Dracula returns again?
Jesus Christ, no. No. I mean, look, does anybody have a plan for when Dracula comes back? No, look, these are things.
Hide in the sun, I guess.
Garlic.
Pretty good. See, you're already like 3 steps ahead of us. I don't think you can. I don't know. Like, what happens in movie sequels? Do people like plan like for the killer to come back or something? I feel like they don't. It's just like they move on, and then Jurassic Park. Like, think about Jurassic Park. All the sequels. I mean, it's real easy to plan for that. Don't go there, but they always go back there. So, no. I think in the spirit of any serial storytelling, you absolutely have no plan.
Yep.
Okay.
Ingenuity, improvisation. It's the name of the game. Do you like my background?
Yeah. Where are you, Andrew?
Exactly. I'm in my study, which is right now doubling as a storage room for stuff. It's not very cool.
I like that, but you call it a study, so it doesn't matter.
It's a study. Yeah, I study.
I got to offer this disclaimer too. These AirPods things came out, and everybody's on Zoom now, on news and everything else. And whenever I'd see people wearing them, I'd be like, that is so dumb. and pretentious. And then I got some for Christmas, and they're the greatest things in the world. So even though I'm on here and I kind of hate what's going on, they're so wonderful. Have you guys experienced them?
Nope.
It'll change your life.
I've denied myself the pleasure until like the moment I'm like, I'm going to buy them, because I don't want to know what it's like if I'm not about to buy them. Which, speaking of impulse buying things, I bought an automaton right after our last.
No, you did it.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Oh my God, Andrew, yes.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
It's great.
Oh,
Great.
fantastic.
But you have to learn how to play it, because if you don't do cool things with it, it just sounds annoying.
Oh, yeah. It
Yeah.
just kind of sits.
Kind of the
I
best part.
haven't really dabbled in mine lately. I hope it still has a battery in it. But oh, yay! Welcome to the automaton family, Andrew. We should start an automaton band.
Arigato.
Tim,
And you're
are you?
obviously going to have to feature it in your next album, like clearly.
Yeah. Oh, you got. Is it available? Oh, Tim, are you familiar with an automaton?
I'm not. No.
So essentially, it's like a. It looks like a musical note, but it plays almost like a theremin. Would we say?
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Push on it instead of, you actually like push on it and high low. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
I've
like
seen
this.
those. Yes.
My husband just snuck in and like handed me the automaton. Yeah. And it sounds really annoying, especially when you don't know what you're doing with it. There it is. Lovely.
I feel like you got to do like vibrato, like.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry for everybody's
Axel?
ears that I just. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, we have people commenting that they are also fans of the AirPods. So, all right. What's the next interesting question that we have for Tim and Andrew? Danica?
Okay. If you lived under the sea, what would be your choice of residence?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be a pineapple? Because I feel like that's just not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never lived under the sea.
No, that's not. I mean, that wouldn't work very well. I don't know. Like, I feel like shipwrecks are cool. Marianas Trench. It would just be too weird if you go too far down. It's like pitch black and everything's like white and like, you know, little tricky lights on it. It's creepy. I don't like that. So I would want to live like somewhere where I wouldn't be bothered. Like in a shipwreck, probably somewhere warm, about 300 feet down, near the equator, away from sharks. No sharks. I don't want to live under the sea. I don't want to live under the sea.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to. We're not forcing it upon
It's
you.
impractical.
It is.
Okay. Tim?
Oh, an octopus's garden. So I like the song.
Fair.
It's a fantabulous
Am
song.
I so on brand or what?
Right.
Ooh, I like this question a lot. If you could turn a movie into a musical, what would it be? From Robbie the
man.
Human. Thank you for specifying, Robbie. Any movie.
Plan 9 from Outer Space. That's what I think needs to happen. That needs to happen at some point. It needs to happen. Tim, what you got?
No, I want you to expand on that.
That's
Okay. Okay.
That's the whole answer.
That's it. The end.
A movie that needs a musical. I always say my favorite movie is True Romance.
Oh.
And I think it's a Quentin Tarantino wrote the script, Tony Scott directed it, and I think a musical that would be enjoyable.
I do happen to know a Broadway lyricist, so I could probably make both of these happen.
For some reason, the first one that popped into my head was Die Hard.
Oh, interesting.
Wouldn't that be? Yeah.
All right. What would be some song titles? One would be obviously Yippee Ki-Yay.
Oh, Yippee Ki-Yay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is not a Christmas or musical. Maybe that would be something like that.
There would not be a 4.
Okay.
Which is what Hans Gruber says when he's saying to Takagi, I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a
Oh my God.
There will not be a 4. That's a good one.
Okay. Well, I mean, so we have 3 songs in. I mean, we're halfway there. We might as well. I think we're ready for Broadway, guys.
Done.
Perfect. Okay. I really like this question. This is from Not a clever name. If you could Freaky Friday with a bandmate, who would you choose?
That's really good. What'd you say?
Palermo
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Palermo too.
farming is like, and like meditation and farming and like
And
awesome.
like naturally athletic and just
Yeah.
like,
Whoa.
and he's very content. He's very happy and content too.
I would like immediately go play basketball or like try other hand-eye coordination things.
Yes.
I'd be like,
Just to find out what that's like.
yeah.
I would play the drums. Yes, all that.
Whoa, my body just works awesome. This is my body doesn't hurt that badly. This is awesome.
Okay, so we're both picking the same bandmate, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he must be very popular.
See you in there, Tim.
Both at the same time? Whoa.
This is a
This
being
is a
John
whole new
Malkovich
level.
situation.
It's a
Yeah.
good movie.
John Malkovich, the musical.
Oh, being John Malkovich? Hell yes. Oh, I would happily direct that.
Oh, love it.
Except,
Okay.
except I think for a dramatic effect, you would have actual life-size people like being the life-size
Being the puppets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fair
Let's
enough.
workshop this, guys. I'm into it.
Quiet Place.
We're available.
musical.
Quiet Place musical.
dialogue would be-
Good.
I don't know how that would work. Okay, so
that answer reminds me of in Waiting for Guffman when Corky St. Clair talks about his Andre the Giant. Oh no, so My Dinner with Andre action figures. The movie My Dinner with Andre, which is two men sitting talking at dinner for an hour and a half. And they're kids love to play. How'd you get a reservation? You know, I just made a call.
I love that you love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
okay, so I think we'll take a couple more weird, interesting questions. I do see you guys asking Ludo specific questions, and I promise we're going to get to those in a few. I promise. I know that's why you all are here. All right, Danica, you want to read the next interesting one?
All right. What would be the worst name you could name your child?
Ooh. I remember like back in the day, people were getting really weird. Like, do you remember there's like Pilot Inspector? Someone named their kid Pilot Inspector.
Yeah, who was that? I remember that.
I don't know, like Ryan Reynolds or something weird or strange.
That is
Yeah,
Yeah,
some actor. Yeah, the
of course
worst.
they would.
worst.
Um,
Anything with fuck in it.
the first day of school. Fuck, is there a
Oh no! You know what? Speaking of Elon Musk, his kid's name is like a symbol or something.
It's someone wrote it. A12 or something? Yeah, that's
Yes.
strange, right?
I mean, that's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Although he may envision a future where that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you're right. He's a few steps ahead. Magnus.
Oh,
somebody
oh.
told us it's Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that. Yep.
I
That's-
don't know, I think Adolf's a pretty good one.
That's up there. That's up there. So way
That
up
one,
there
it's
for
not
sure.
what it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Times are they're changing. They're changing.
Yeah.
All right. I like this question. If you're familiar with Hamilton, cast Ludo members in Hamilton. Are both of y'all familiar with the musical?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got? I feel like we have to cast the four of us have to be cast as Hamilton and his entourage of like his right. Well, no, hold on. I feel like his wife is maybe a bigger character than one of them. I would be his wife,
Eliza
Eliza. Yeah.
or Peggy?
And Peggy.
No,
And
Eliza.
Peggy. Okay.
Not Peggy.
Not Peggy.
Pharaoh, I associate with France for a variety of reasons. So I feel like he'd be, is it Lafayette and
Yeah.
Jefferson, same guy? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. and the Pal. Okay.
Mhm.
Lawrence Lafayette and Mulligan and the. Okay.
Mhm.
Who would
So,
be
yeah.
King George?
Oh, Palermo would be pretty funny. I mean, there's only 4 of us, so
Yeah.
we'd have to.
I mean,
You're
we're
really
take
gonna
a
have to
few
double
roles.
duty. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah, we think
already double cast, but I think you could get away with playing everyone.
yeah. All right.
Just, yeah.
Yeah. I'm all right. So which one of the Schuyler sisters are you going to be if I'm Eliza?
Angelica.
That one.
Okay.
Good. Good. And I feel like Farrell should be Peggy.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. One of them has to be Peggy.
By association. And Peggy. Okay.
I guess. Okay. Yeah. Palermo can be Peggy if he's also the king, because that's the best role.
Man, did you guys watch it on Disney Plus, or have you had the opportunity to see it live before?
I saw it live. I didn't see Disney Plus.
You saw it live. Did you get to see it? Or where did you see it, Tim?
In St. Louis.
That's amazing. Oh, so jealous. Okay.
Yeah.
What was that, Andrew?
What'd you say?
Seen it? Have you seen it? Did you see it live?
Us? No, I haven't.
I
Danica,
have.
have you? You did.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the touring cast in Miami.
Nice.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I went in very like, all right, everybody, it can't possibly live up to this stuff, and there's so much hype, and just to kind of see, because it's obviously what everyone was talking about, and it exceeded all my expectations. It was pretty incredible.
I have a painful opinion. It's not actually painful. It just sounds really bad. It's not. Please don't judge this book by the cover. It did not live up to the hype. I did not see it for until a few months ago, and the hype at that point. It had been drummed into my head that it was by far the greatest thing ever made by human beings. And I watched it. And I need to see it again. There's all kinds of amazing stuff, and I loved it. But I don't think anything could possibly have lived up to the hype, which is exactly why I said the Beatles were overrated. Not because the Beatles aren't the best, but because it's like this. This is the same conversation we've had before.
Well, I mean, but that's fair. And you know what? I respect your opinion.
I think had you seen it live, you may still have the same opinion, but it would have had a different impact. I mean, without a doubt.
If
seeing
I
something live,
years ago, yeah, I agree. But if I had seen it 2 years ago, it would not have marinated so long that it was like the greatest thing in the world. I think my expectations wouldn't have become so sky high.
Fair enough.
Incredible.
Okay, so let's do one more interesting question, then we'll go to some Ludo questions. So, Danica, you want to? Oh.
All right. If you had to be on a deserted island with another band, what band would it be?
Well, I'm going to think practically who would have. I feel like Ted Nugent would have some survival. I don't want to hang out with Ted Nugent, but it's a deserted island. You survive. I don't know.
Okay.
John Popper, Blues Traveler, who has the skills to get by here.
And he has a harmonica, so
yeah. Or
I'm
just get
into it.
a ska band from the mid-90s that's just 15 members and just eat them. I don't know, Tim, you probably have a more informed answer than
Oh, I was thinking about the first thing in my head that sounded like a good time was Dog and Everything. Just is a band that we toured with when we started and had the best times ever. So
let's be honest, they would be broken down and not getting at least 3 of the members would be not getting wood, lying on the beach, being like, "We're gonna die here." So Augie,
and we'd be making shelter.
Augie would do that. Yeah,
you got to drink.
Stay hydrated, guys. Go stay hydrated,
bro.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So we made it through some interesting, weird ones, and I thank you guys for participating in that. I know they were a little bit strange, but we, tried to ask things you haven't been asked before, unless you've been asked all of those before. And in that case, we apologize. Okay, so I'm going to go back through, and I guess this is kind of a good in between question. Allie wants to know, like, what is something you wish more people knew about you? A good segue.
This used to happen in the Ludo days, and it happens to me now with stand-up when I go to different cities. There's nothing worse than you posting shows or whatever, and somebody says, when are you coming to Omaha? And you're like, I was there 5 days ago. So I wish people
knew the tour schedule that you just sent them. You wish people could read the tour schedule.
Right. Or so that, like, I wish there was a way. I wish there was a way that everyone who cared about those things could be informed on it. And I get it, man. People are busy. That stuff happens to me too. Where I'm like, oh man, I missed whatever band or artist or something. So, but yeah, I would love to crack that code.
Okay.
Agreed.
Same.
I'd say that. I mean, it's for me personally, I guess the only thing that comes to mind is I wish people knew that I could swim backstroke faster than freestyle, because I can.
Okay, you can. I mean, that's good to know. I feel more enriched knowing that.
Well, I mean, I can, so if like we're in a thing, like I can help see what's going on if we're all like swimming away from a predator or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know that there's a practical application. I'm just trying to think of something that like I wish people like, oh, Andrew Volpe, yeah, he can swim backstroke faster than freestyle. Actually, I don't know. I don't even think that's special, but I can.
But you never know when that might come up again.
I know.
So okay. Peter wants to know if you guys could teach us the Ludo dance.
Is that the whipped cream dance?
I think so.
I mean, there's several videos. At least two. Pardon me? It's like
hump this way, to your body, 4 humps, and then hump the other way, 4 humps, and then your 4 humps that way. I've been driving that's 2 humps that way, and then away, bum, 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 then 3 forward. So 4 humps.
It's a lot of humps.
4 humps, 2 humps, 3 humps.
Okay.
I wish I could say I haven't done it in a while, but I have 2 little nephews, and it's their favorite thing in the world.
Well, I want to see that video.
Oh, there's so many videos. There's little pieces of Ludo that they're just obsessed with. Like certain videos, like they don't really care for the big videos, but like random, like, oh, we were in a radio station in Wichita doing some acoustic thing, and they have to watch that one all the time. And one of them will like do everything Andrew does, and one of them will do everything Farrell does. It's crazy. But the whipped cream is definitely up there for them.
And what's interesting is this is actually the second dance that we have learned to do on this channel, because Chris Jericho taught us how to do, I think it's called the flim flam, which involves a lot more like arms up and down like this. I think he does it. Yeah, we still haven't perfected it. So if we put the 2 together,
you'll have something else.
Yeah.
You'll have something.
A lot of slamming and humping.
Yeah, fair enough. So here's another question. And I'm sure you guys get this a lot, but it's just something people want to know. Obviously, you guys put out Scare Me this past year, which is crazy thinking we're in 2021 already. So can we expect more music from Ludo?
Yeah. At some point, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep sipping.
Hold on.
That's it.
No. Yes. Yeah. It's I think had you asked us that question a year ago, I don't remember how long we started working on that, but we would have been like, I don't know. But now I think we sort of figured out how to make it work, and it's just about doing it again and doing some more. And there's there's when we got together last time, nothing existed, and now we've said this before, there are ideas still out there and partial, nothing that is complete, but partial things that exist that I think we like the idea of completing. We just got to figure out when.
Fair. And do you feel like, I mean, I feel like this downtime has given us more time to think about projects and be more creative. So do you feel like this downtime almost makes you want more, Ludo music now? Like if you had more time to think about it? Or do you think it's something that's been brewing for a while?
I would say, I mean, and Andrew, hop in. I would say that, again, but pre-pandemic, I would have said, I don't know, maybe someday, but I would have said, I don't know. So yeah, I would say the pandemic, I mean, specifically the shows getting canceled and us saying, well, why don't we still get together? I mean, that's why it happened. So
literally that is exactly what happened. So
I'd say, yeah, it's a new thing. But I also think the pandemic and all just how much the world has changed makes you think about, how you're spending your time and both being creative and professional and everything else. And it's, I'm so glad that experience and hopefully more were there during this time, because it was a really cool, it certainly broke up the monotony, but it was, again, when it's something you never think is going to happen again. And then in the middle of this pandemic, which there's been a lot of downs, all of a sudden we're in the studio together making music. It was pretty special.
Definitely. I mean, thank you for giving us something great, out of this crazy time. Because it's the little things, it's these things that we really do look forward to. And who doesn't love a good surprise release song, especially Scare Me, which, my favorite holiday, it was the song of the season for sure. Yay. Okay. So let's see. Danica, do you want to ask one of your questions?
Sure. We're going to jump to more Ludo-ness. So we're going to do kind of a dual question here. So Tim, how many synths do you own? And do any of them have names? And Andrew, how many guitars do you own? And do any of them have names?
Man, I almost bought one last week and then I thought better of it. But I like actual things that I would qualify as synthesizers, I think just 2, and neither have pet names. Just
Pilot Inspector. And
right, yeah. The Voyager is just the moog. I mean, that's what it's been from the day we got it. Yeah, and then the other one's just a little one for fun that allows me to do some different things. And then I got other keyboards and stuff, but synthesizers just the 2.
Andrew,
I have a 12-string and acoustic and a Taylor acoustic. And I have a Telly and a Fat Strat, and I have a bad bass that's bad. And
how bad?
I don't know, $100 bad.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant that bass is so naughty. What a naughty bass you are.
I don't buy.
I had a bad bass like that in high school.
Yeah, and I don't name any of them because for some reason you don't name farm animals.
You don't?
Because you're gonna kill them all.
Have you not read Charlotte's Web?
Oh.
Slaughter them later.
Oh no, I don't want to think about that.
No, I didn't. That's why I said just no name. I don't want. No, I'm not thinking about naming my guitars. God.
Danica, I think we were in Charlotte's Web when we were little wee children.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
I like that. I actually went to Animal Farm first. I did not go to Charlotte's Web.
Or you did it. It was we were in Charlotte's Web.
I am Charlotte.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. So Tim, kind of maybe a side note here, because we also wanted to talk to you about your career in comedy. And also, Andrew, I'd like to get your take on this too. Is there a comedy bit that just really stands out to you as being one of your favorites?
Of mine?
Yeah, of yours.
Or just in general. Oh. That's so hard.
I know it's a tough question, but
it's
if
hard to be
I've
got one without being let me tell you, go into my whole thing. So
what about a comedian that you admire? One of their bits that stands out to you?
One that I mean, there's a my favorite is Chris Rock, and he does a thing. I can't get into it, but
Chris Rock does a thing.
Chris Rock is my favorite, and he has just bits that I've been able to see him live a few times, and he does a few that just stick with me, and I sort of get obsessed with. But I'm trying to think of a single joke by somebody that I
know
like,
it's tough. Andrew, anything stand out to you?
Most recently, a couple there was a Bill Burr special that was, I don't know. He had. I just remember laughing so hard, like I couldn't like talk the next day. I don't know. Most recently, I think I've laughed the hardest at some of his bits, but like, I mean, it's funny because like the funny thing is I forget the comedy bits that I loved so much. Like I could sort of discard them, and then I rediscover them later. So like, I recently rediscovered Dave Chappelle in DC from like 2000 or something, or 99. And I don't know. I don't know. There's it's weird. Like unlike movies or anything else, I feel like I sort of dispose of that memory and then I like rediscover it later. So, but with I often think about with people wearing like doing COVID safety. I think about George Carlin about drivers. It's like everyone. So basically, it's everyone who the COVID version would be like everyone who's more COVID safe than you is stupid, and anyone who's less COVID safe is an asshole. There's like everyone drives fast and you's an asshole. Everyone drives fast and you's an asshole, and everyone drives slower than you is stupid. I think it's the same.
George Carlin, yeah. Oh man, what a legend. Okay, so how about this? Obviously, you guys have been on the road quite a bit. Is there any like roadside attraction that you guys have encountered while you were touring that really stuck out to you that you'd like to visit again someday?
We had restaurants that we'd make special sort of detours for, but like roadside attraction, restaurants and people, the cities we had certain friends in that we'd make an effort to go to. But can you think of any like just we gotta go see that thing we love?
Yeah, well, there's two things that I remember. One of them was the Sequoias in Crescent City, California, which looked just like Return of the Jedi, Forest Moon of Endor. And the other thing...
I know what you're going to say, and I slept through it, but go ahead.
Oh, no.
You do know this?
I think.
Sure?
No.
When I forced us to go on a little detour in North Dakota to see the tallest structure in the Western Hemisphere, it was a radio tower in the middle of nowhere that was like 3,000 feet tall, and it was there was not even a sign. It was really, really boring. It did not work out well. It's like, there it goes up into the sky. It's really small and thin and tall. Sorry.
How long was the detour?
An hour.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I mean that's not like an entire, day. It's just an hour.
Still seem a little excessive.
Hours seem pretty precious.
I thought you were going to say Niagara Falls. I slept through Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You were tired. You must have been tired.
But I regret it. I played a show the night before.
That's a good point.
Sleep is important. We can't neglect sleep,
Oh, right.
Danica, why don't you ask one more and then I'll grab some more from the comments.
All right, cool. So, how about, have either of you tried to play an instrument and found you were so terrible at it that you gave up all hope of ever learning it?
I think that's like a state of mind. I think that's like an attitude. I think either you are blessed with the ability to just go, I'm going to keep playing with this thing because it's fun, or you're not, and the little manager in your head comes in and goes, stop, you're failing. Get out of here. Stop doing it. I don't know. I've never thought about instruments that way. then again, I've never been in a conservatory or anything, so I realize there are standards that people must meet in certain places.
But you know what? That almost sounds like good life advice in general, you know? Like,
Dance if no one's watching.
And then when someone is watching, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
You're not actually very good at it.
Exactly.
okay,
Tim,
let's
have
see.
you ever decided?
No, I think I think even starting keys like later, like I did, and always feeling like I had to, at least attempt to catch up or keep up with my bandmates, that any effort I was to put into anything other than those would be wasted.
But it's still fun, right? Even if you feel behind, like I feel like you're like me, and you just get lost in how fun it is to mess around with it. And
yeah, I like messing around with stuff, but I'm never like, it's about time I learned to do this. Like, I think, so yeah, no is the short answer to that question.
Okay. You don't have to say no. I like this question from Shan Dian. So for you, Tim, what's the hardest thing about performing comedy, and how does it compare to performing music?
It's really different. I mean, you get a similar rush and similar feelings, but it's the biggest difference is being up there alone and being up there with other people, and in music, if the crowd's not what you want or anything else, you can kind of get through it, and there aren't really consequences. Like, maybe you should have tried harder or whatever, but comedy, there's no closing your eyes and getting through it. It's painful if you don't, overcome. So it's scary. It's a little scarier, I think. The stakes are higher, like it's I always say, when it's bad, it's the worst feeling in the world, and when it's good, it's the best feeling in the world.
I feel like it's a lot more naked, right? I mean, when you started doing stand up, I thought to myself about all the times when we'd be on stage, and usually me, if ever I said anything that was just so bad and dumb or bomb or whatever, I could just be like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, loud.
Yeah.
And like, when if bomb, and you can also hear the audience, like just
right. You can't just count off the next song like it's Yeah.
Even though I feel like that'd be a great comedy routine for you, Andrew, if you ever do stand up. You just start counting if a bit's not going well.
Yeah. In fact, we make an art form or a non-art form of trying to make things as awkward and terrible and weird for everyone as possible, so that everyone's just like before starting a song, because you could always start a song and then you covered it all up.
Fair.
I had this weird moment, speaking of that, where it was sometime over Christmas, a radio station in Florida. So in like 2008, we played a whole bunch of like radio festivals, and it's like there's Point Fest here in St. Louis and Weenie Roast in LA, and it's all kinds of different bands. They're all alternative, but that still creates a variety of bands. And in a lot of these things, we were it was more describe the bands, Andrew.
Butt rock.
Yeah. So
that's a new one for
anyway,
me.
this radio station in Florida was doing like throwback. Posted a clip of us playing Jingle Bells, but the show was in July, and we had the whole crowd, and it's all these other people singing Jingle Bells in July in Florida at a radio festival, which means it's like barely anyone even knows who we are or anything. And I was like, that is it made me laugh, but it was also like that's also how we like found our people. You know what I mean? Like, it was in many ways stupid and irresponsible to do that, but the people who were in that building amphitheater or whatever that day, who were our people, we were going to find them because we played we did a Jingle Bell sing along.
We stood out, I guess, but by butt rock, rock that takes itself very seriously, very seriously. Although they don't necessarily take music very seriously, I guess. But so the vibe is very much at a show like that, a festival that you like, got to put your best foot forward. You got to play your hits and try to like get everybody. You're so awesome and intense, and we definitely just pissed into the wind. And
okay.
That's a phrase. It
is a phrase. But then it got me thinking the visual of it, and now I'm.
Oh no, not literally. We didn't literally.
Fair enough. Right. Got it.
Although you probably find different people that way.
True. So, Miss Bat wants to know if they'll ever get to read a Broken Bride novel.
God, I hope so. I mean, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Well, that kind of goes with another question I was going to ask is if Broken Bride made it to Broadway, who would you want to play the leads?
Oh, God. I want God to play.
God, is he available? Excuse me. Yes.
He's very good.
I don't know.
Anybody.
And a 1, 2, 3.
No.
What?
2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
I don't know. Tim, you got anything? Donald Glover. No.
I say
Yeah, I don't really. Donald Glover would be awesome.
Right.
Oh, Evan
Danny
Hansen guy.
Who was that?
What'd you say?
I said Danny Glover. What did it?
Oh, Danny Glover.
Okay, Danny Glover as all. Okay.
And Donald Glover.
Jonathan Groff as the Traveler.
Oh,
That'd be good.
that's good. Yeah.
That'd be good. See.
And Platt is who I was talking about.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if anyone else has suggestions, we'll throw them up. Okay, so this person's been asking this question, and I guess is the final question. Danica,
Sure. What was the backstory behind Lake Pontchartrain? This person says they drew art for it in one of their classes.
Aha. Well, in college, sophomore year, I don't know, whatever. I went for spring break. I went down with my roommate to Slidell, Louisiana, to stay there because he lived there, and go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. And along the way, we heard a Clarence Carter song, and it was dark, and we crossed over Lake Pontchartrain, and I was like, ball rolling, idea, done. And I guess that wasn't a very good answer. My friend killed somebody, and we're like, we got to cover it up. There's the lake. I can't actually say anymore. Under investigation.
But like, I have to say that it is pretty admirable that you can take a name, which I can't even say every time correctly, Lake Pontchartrain, and put that into a song. I don't think that anyone else could do it besides you guys. It's impressive. You're welcome. Were you really in a Camry? I don't know if that follows up to it. Okay.
I mean, I owned a Camry at the time, but I was not in a Camry. No, that's a lie. That is a lie, and I'm sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, thank you guys for being such great sports. This was kind of like all over the place, but I really do appreciate it. So before we wrap this up, Tim, Andrew, any final thoughts that you guys want to leave us with here today?
No, thank you guys for having us. Thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully we do this again, and hopefully everybody follows us on all our things, and we'll have some news about something at some point.
Look, all the things you want us to make and do, we'll like eventually make and do. And we love you, and thank you for consuming our excrement. Thank you for Happy New Year.
Do we want to end on like one weird final question? Just like a weird one. Let's see. Okay, let's do. If you had the ability to pardon Joe Exotic, would you do it? No.
Yeah, but only because I want him to kill Carol Baskin. Look, I'm not saying I'd be involved. I just kind of want to see that whole story play out. Because you all know it's not real, right? It's all designed. I mean, can we just like get a conspiracy theory on that? That's made up, please, because that's
on the whole Carol Baskin thing. So my husband and I
made up than like the election thing.
My
seems like more like possible than the Tiger King stuff. So go ahead.
No, my husband and I, we went to Tampa, and our hotel was connected to Big Cat Rescue. Like, we had no idea. We saw they had like all these like no trespassing signs up, like all these cameras, and we're like, what is that? And then we drove into it. Unfortunately, Carol was not on site, and I guess she hasn't been there because there's still reporters showing up, trying to look into the investigation. So
she's always moving the body of her ex-husband, right? Tim, so you wouldn't pardon Joe Exotic?
No.
Possible reason could you have for that?
I think he did it.
You think he did it? Carol Baskin's still alive. What do you mean?
Or is she?
I think he did try to have her killed. You don't think so? I haven't watched the thing. It's been a year, I think.
I define try to kill. I mean, I'm trying to kill my mailman right now. I didn't work.
Oh, you are?
It doesn't matter. If the murder doesn't happen, this is the law. The law states very clearly you can try to kill people as long as you fail.
Oh, is that the law?
That's the law.
Oh, okay.
Not the law. I don't know the law.
All right. Well, interesting. Okay. Well, on that note, Danica, do you want to go over our upcoming guests?
All right, let's do it.
February 4th.
February 4th?
Edward Furlong.
Oh, yeah. We do
right.
have Edward Furlong.
Right.
Is that what just
Corey
came up?
Corey Taylor's coming. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So actually tomorrow we have a special additional show because we don't usually do them on Fridays, but with Impact wrestler Jordan Grace. And then on Tuesday, the 26th, we have Lucas Rossi. He's the one that won this Rockstar Supernova Challenge competition, whatever you want to call it. Then on Thursday, the 28th, we've got Mr. Josh Petersdorf is coming back with us. He's the voice of Roadhog from Overwatch.
Yeah, and like you already mentioned, Edward Furlong, Corey Taylor, Dean Cameron. We have Icarus Bell coming back. We have Chris Hansen coming back. Casey Jost.
I did a show with Casey Jost, but he didn't show up.
What? Oh my God! Really?
We're gonna have to rip him about that.
Yes, I'm going. But I did.
He's with them. He didn't succeed. It's the murder. He tried to kill Carol Baskin. It doesn't count. So
yes, Casey Jost. I didn't show up, but I did. His brother is Colin Jost, and I did a show with Colin Jost.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay. Danica and I did get to see Colin open for who was it? Steve Byrne? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I think so.
Yeah, both very funny. Yeah. And yes, we do have Chris Hansen coming back, and Andrew and Tim. When will you guys be doing another live show like this? The fans want to know.
When you tell us to come back, and we're like, yes.
Okay. So
calendar, and like add to the bottom with a computer Sharpie. Andrew and Tim and maybe other people. X date. That's how calendars work, right?
Okay, sounds good. So we'll get that planned. We'll let you guys know. You guys have been so wonderful. Thank you so much for giving us your time. We feel so blessed. And Andrew, thanks for joining us for the second time. Tim, we'll have you on again, hopefully. And everybody, please be safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Call me, Convy. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.